Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie here with Life in the Mundane. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I had scheduled a video to come out today, and then at the last second was actually challenged by a fellow homeschool mom YouTuber to do this challenge to answer 10 questions about myself and my homeschool experience, my homeschool likes and dislikes. I'm going to put those 10 questions down in the description. I would love it if you guys would answer it. If you want to answer it with a video, awesome. Just tag me so I make sure I see it. If you don't want to do a video, if you don't have a YouTube channel or a video is not your thing, that's okay. Just comment below and answer the questions. I think there's so much that we can learn from fellow homeschool moms by just seeing things like this and learning more about one another. So let's get started. All right, so the first question is, was I homeschooled? Yes, I was homeschooled. I went to private school, kindergarten through second grade, was homeschooled 3rd through 8th. Went to private school for 9th and 10th, and then begged and pleaded to come back home for 11th and 12th grade because I just preferred the homeschool experience. So I was homeschooled most of the way, but the second question is, did I always plan on homeschooling? And the answer is yes. I had planned on it. My husband and I have both been homeschooled, and we talked about it when we were dating. That was always the plan, that we were going to homeschool. If you guys have seen my video on kind of my homeschool journey, I'll link that above and below for you guys, but that wasn't necessarily how it worked out at the beginning, but I'm really thankful that I can be homeschooling them now, and I'm excited that God had that in store for us, because that was something I really, really wanted to do all along. The third question is, what are 3 homeschool books that you love, that you would recommend? The first would be Homeschool Bravely by Jamie Erickson. I have talked about it before on my YouTube channel. I love this book. It was a game changer for me, and would recommend it for everybody. The second one would be Sarah Mackenzie's Teaching from Rest. I actually recommend getting that as an audiobook. It's just, I don't know. It's just really, really good to listen to, and I actually like listening to it once a year or more sometimes, just to kind of help me refocus before the new school year. The next book that's not really a homeschooling book per se, but it is having to do with parenting, and obviously homeschooling, there's a lot of parenting that's involved, and that is Shepherding a Child's Heart from Ted Tripp. It just talks about getting to the heart of the issue, and I really feel like that's important when we have day-to-day interactions with our kids all the time. I think it's important to make sure that you're actually getting to the heart of the issue and not just dealing with the surface level things. Question 4 is, am I the only teacher? I am not the only teacher. I teach. My husband does a few things, not really teaching per se, but he helps out a little bit here or there with homeschooling. But my kids actually go to a co-op. They have done several different co-ops, honestly. But one in particular, they had different classes each hour. They had it every other Friday. They had an art teacher, and one had a dance teacher, and one had a drama teacher. And so they've had a lot of experiences having different teachers other than me. And that's not including things like Sunday school or other areas like that, Bible study, where they've had their own individual teachers there as well. Question 5 is favorite places to buy homeschool stuff. So the first is, we're cheap. We have 6 kids, so we have to save money anywhere we can. So the first way we do it is by buying used. And so a lot of times Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, things like that, I'll buy a lot of used curriculum there, or at our homeschool used book sale that we have locally. But for the times that I need to buy it new, and I do buy things new for sure, I tend to go to Rainbow's Resources. They tend to just be the cheapest all the way around. Plus, they always have free shipping when you have $50 or more in orders, which with homeschool curriculum is not hard to do. So that's usually where I go for that. And 6, do you have a homeschool budget? So I talk a lot about making sure you stick to your budget, and so this question's a little hard for me. Honestly, we don't at this time. We have in the past had homeschool budgets. The past 2 or 3 years, we haven't really had a homeschool budget per se, about like a specific amount, and this is what we have to figure out. But instead, what we do is we figure out what curriculum we need, what works best for our family, what we really, really need. We collectively figure out how much that's going to cost if we bought it all brand new. And then my goal is to kind of beat the clock, is to beat that total. And so I oftentimes, let's say it's it's way more than $100, but let's say it was $100 brand new to get this curriculum. I'm going to try and get it for the cheapest price I can. And so I'm going to go out and try to get it for $20, used, or get it for maybe, 60, buying it new and hitting sales and stuff like that. So honestly, that's kind of what we've been doing for a budget. And I know that sounds really bad because I've talked before about how you need to have a budget. I do set budgets for things like going to the homeschool convention or even going to the used book sale. I'll set budgets within that of how much we can spend at that point, but we don't really set a budget for the whole year. I don't know if that's really good or bad, but it's what we do, just being honest. All right, question number 7 is, what are my 2 must-have supplies for homeschooling? 1, my laminator. Absolutely have to have a laminator. I will drop links to the one I have below. It's just the Amazon laminator. Nothing special. It's like 20 bucks and it's a lifesaver. I love it so much and I laminate everything. Also, the second thing would probably be my pencil sharpener. I have an Orbit pencil sharpener, and getting a really good pencil sharpener is a very worthy investment when you have a bunch of kids and they're sharpening pencils all day long. We've had this one for 3 years now and still has not died. Cross fingers, and I am really loving it. I just absolutely love it and would definitely recommend getting a good pencil sharpener. Number 8, what are my most favorite and my least favorite subjects to teach? My least favorite is math. Easy. I like it now because we do teaching textbooks, so the computer teaches the math. So not nearly as bad anymore, but I just am not a math person. And so probably my least favorite to teach. My favorite to teach is probably history and life skills. Like those are probably 2 tied for both, but I just love like the hands-on experience and the stories and getting to see my kids' excitement with that. So those are probably my favorite right now to teach. 9, are you part of a homeschool group? So yeah, I answered this earlier with the teachers, but yes, we are part of a homeschool group. We're actually part of a field trip group, which I've talked about before. We're part of a homeschool co-op on Fridays that we did this past year, and then we're actually going to be doing a different homeschool co-op for this next year, just that meets our needs a little bit better for this particular year and what we need. But yes, we have been and will be probably a part of a homeschool co-op in some way, shape, or form. Probably always. I really like the experience and I would highly recommend it. Maybe I'll do a video on that soon. 10, what is your approach? This is a hard one. I think you know what I mean. Is it classical? Is it Charlotte Mason? Is it whatever? We probably tend to be more Charlotte Mason-ish, but we are definitely not hardcore Charlotte Mason. While I would love to be, I just find it really challenging, if I'm being honest. So we tend to be a lot more eclectic. And really it's more like what goes with the flow for me, what goes with what my kids are learning, and what our particular year looks like. Some years we just have to go a different direction than we normally go, and that's okay. So, but I'd say if I had to pick one, I'd probably say more Charlotte Mason than anything. So I hope this has been helpful to you guys. It's 10 questions. I will post them below so you guys can answer them, whether you answer them with a video or just comment. I'd love to see your answers. I will also drop links to the awesome channel who nominated me for this challenge. And I will be dropping a link to Mrs. Homeschool Mom, who I'm going to challenge to do this same video and answer these same 10 questions. I can't wait to talk to you later this week and show you some awesome videos on Father's Day. My husband is going to be on with me Saturday and Wednesday of this following week, so be sure to subscribe. I'd love for you guys to check out these videos that he's going to do with me and talking about a few topics related to Dad in honor of Father's Day. So I hope to talk to you guys next time. Be sure to subscribe, share if this has been helpful, and we'll see you later. Bye.